Good morning, and it is a cold start to the Delta, or cold start to the day across the Delta, and really much of the country. We have temperatures in the single digits in the northern plains, 6 degrees in Minneapolis, 9 in Omaha, and here in the Delta, we're in the mid-20s, and that cold air is locked in place across much of the country. And take a look behind me. We have this cold front that moved through the area yesterday, now moving off the eastern coast, bringing some pretty heavy rain from South Georgia all the way up to the coast of New England. So we don't have any more rain to worry about. Fortunately, that has all moved out of our area. And taking a look as you're stepping out the door this morning in Greenville, those winds are still gusty. 25-mile-per-hour sustained winds from the north, and we can see gusts as high as 35 this afternoon. And check out that wind chill. 11 degrees, very cold. I know you're going to need to bundle up today. Greenwood as well, wind chill at 14 with those northerly winds at 15 miles per hour. And for the rest of the Delta, generally in the mid-20s across the board. A little bit warmer to the south, but it's still right at freezing in Oxford, only at 23, Tunica 23, Clarksdale 25 degrees this morning, and those wind chills are brutal. It feels like 7 in Pine Bluff, and when you add in the wind, it feels like 11 in Cleveland and Greenville, 14 in Greenwood and Winona, and 10 in both Batesville and Clarksdale. And to our east, those wind chills making it feel like 9 in Tupelo and 20 degrees over in Starksville. So if you're doing any traveling today, there's no warmth to be found in the Magnolia State, unfortunately, and those winds are whipping, especially from Greenville to Clarksdale. That's where the strongest core of the winds is along the Mississippi River, even to Vicksburg, where we're seeing nearly 20-mile-per-hour winds. You could see that on the camera just a minute ago. It was shaking pretty heavily, and much of the state still seeing those high winds, which are making the temperatures feel even colder this morning. And all of the rain and wintry precipitation that we saw during the overnight hours has now moved off to our east. There was a couple of areas of sleet and freezing rain into northeastern Mississippi. Here in the Delta, we didn't see that much frozen precipitation, but you may have seen some sleet if you were up late enough last night. And there's also some frozen precipitation moving across South Texas. Very unusual for this time of year. This is a very unusual air mass, very cold, and this Arctic high pressure is going to build in over the region, which will control our weather through the next couple of days. We're not expecting any rain, but as we go through Wednesday, we may see some showers around the coast of East Texas, moving up into central Louisiana. And by Thursday, it looks like there will be some showers down by the coast, but that should stay out of the Delta. But southern Mississippi, near the Pine Belt region and the coastal region, definitely could see some showers as another cold front tries to form, and then high pressure builds back in Friday, just in time for Friday night football. And a lot of teams are in the playoffs, starting to wrap up the season here in the Delta. And taking a look at today, very cold. Temperatures are only going to reach about 34 degrees on the high end. Some locations will not even reach the freezing mark today, if you can believe that. We're going to see a north wind at 15 to 25 miles per hour. And just to give you a little perspective, our average high is 67 degrees, so we are nearly 35 degrees below average. Absolutely insane temperatures. And across the rest of the region, only warming up to about 35 in Carrollton, 35 in Grenada. And look at that, not even getting above freezing in Batesville and Clarksdale, and right at freezing here in Charleston, 35 in Hollandale, and 34 degrees Indianola. It's going to be frigid across the Delta, and tomorrow morning temperatures are really going to drop. We could see records broken for many locations across the entire state, and those winds will start to die down, so the wind chills will not be as extreme as this morning, fortunately, but temperatures are actually going to be a little bit colder with lows right at 20. So it's going to be another cold start to the day. And look at these temperatures along the I-55 corridor from Kosciuszko to Batesville will be in the teens, 19 in Chula, 19 in Cleveland. So we could definitely see some upper teens. Temperatures will range from that to about 23, 22 degrees. So it's going to be a very cold start to the day. We still have these freeze warnings in effect for much of the state, much of the Delta, and these actually extend all the way down to the coastline. And taking a look at the 7-day forecast, we'll see a gradual warm up by Thursday, but still going to be in the upper 40s, and lows overnight are going to be right at freezing through the weekend. But Faith, it looks like by next Monday we may reach 60 degrees.